At this point, everyone is familiar with the devastating events of Order 66. However, many of us still retain a morbid curiosity that surround the events of the execution of the Order. Why wasn't it stopped? Which Jedi survived? What clones disobeyed the Order? However, in this video we'll be taking a different approach. Instead of looking at the victims and survivors, we'll be highlighting some of the main clone perpetrators of the Order. These clones had approximately the highest kill counts of any other clones in the Republic Army. However, to make the list more fair, we'll be splitting it into two categories. The first one being the clone who killed the most Jedi whilst raiding the Jedi Temple, as this is where the majority of Jedi died. Therefore, there would be too many 501st troops on the list. And the second category being the clone who killed the most Jedi whilst off-world. Prior to the events of Order 66, CC-1119 or Commander Appo was a clone sergeant under the leadership of Captain Rex and Anakin Skywalker of the 501st. Appo served in many battles throughout his lifetime, including the Battle of Umbara, and was surprisingly invited to Alpha 17's training program, which sought to give clones unique and adaptable personalities whilst in battle. Many clones in the training program developed their own unique personalities, and after the program concluded, Appo was regarded as a model soldier, obedient, skilled, and quick thinking whilst in battle. In saying this, although Appo was in the running to become captain for the 501st, Rex ultimately took this spot due to his extraordinarily high intelligence levels, unwavering courage, and supposed loyalty to the Republic. In Legends, however, Rex knew something was amiss. He trusted his instincts and relinquished command of the 501st, later disappearing. Not much is known about the fate of Rex in Legends, however it's safe to assume that he simply defected and, similar to canon, lived out his days on planets in the Outer Rim. After Rex's resignation, it was only natural that the skilled Commander Appo took his place. When the Clone Wars came to an end, Appo was the clone in charge of the destruction of the Jedi Order. With the help of his soldiers, Appo killed a large number of Jedi. As the Purge was coming to an end, however, most of the 501st were on high alert for external forces that may have posed a threat. When Bail Organa attempted to land and asked the 501st troops what had happened, Commander Appo, the clone pointing the gun at Bail, asked him to brusquely leave. However, whilst distracted by the Senator's presence, a young Padawan managed to sneak up behind the clones, managing to kill about 6 of them, and critically injuring Commander Appo before being killed by the rest of the 501st.
Don't worry, the situation is under control. I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.
And so it is.
Get him! Let him go!
After this incident, however, Order 66 had ultimately finished, with an estimated 1% survival rate of Jedi. A large portion of the slain Jedi were attributed to Appo and the 501st, who later, after recovering from his severe injuries, filed a report on the death of all the Jedi killed within the temple. In most cases, there was only one, and in very rare cases 2 to 3 Jedi present whilst the clones were fighting off-world. This makes it very rare for a clone to kill more than one Jedi when Order 66 was still fresh, as even in the rare case that there were 2 to 3 Jedi off-world, they would all be split up rather than congregated together. In saying this, I chose a clone who was able to kill one Jedi Master and seriously wound the other whilst fighting on Kashyyyk. Commander Faye was, as stated in a previous character profile I've done on him, psychopathic. When the order was first transmitted, the first Jedi Master, Luminara Undili, was preparing to heal the wounded after a deadly battle had just ensued. As Luminara prepared to do this, she was surrounded by the clones and was shot square in the chest by Commander Faye, not even being able to draw her lightsaber. The second Jedi Master, Quinlan Vos, however, was on a Juggernaut tank when the order was initiated, and Faye ordered that the clones on the neighbouring tank fire upon the tank Vos was standing on. However, all Faye achieved by doing this was a crew of dead tank clone operators. Vos had managed to survive with varying injuries and took shelter in a nearby forest. Faye was bloodthirsty and assembled a small squad in an attempt to find and kill the Jedi. With the help of survival training from Jedi such as Mace Windu, Yoda, and Count Dooku, and the help of a Wookiee who saved his life, the only clone remaining was Faye. Faye, showing his more psychotic side, yelled out to Vos and said that if he didn't surrender, he would order an orbital bombardment on himself, all the clones, Vos, and a neighbouring Wookiee village. As a result of this threat, Vos decided it was time to attempt to fight. Although Voss was severely injured, he was still a Jedi Master and had the Force to help power him. He spotted Faye from the treetops and leaped down to him, decapitating the insane clone. Although Voss was able to kill Faye, the deranged clone still managed to put a shot in Voss's chest due to his advanced training and quick reflexes. Nonetheless, Voss was probably one of the luckiest Jedi of Order 66. He didn't succumb to his injuries, and through the Force he healed quickly. Although Faye only killed one Jedi Master on par with many other clones when Order 66 first came about, he almost managed to kill a second Jedi Master out of pure willpower and hate. Although he didn't manage to kill Voss, he was nonetheless probably one of the most bloodthirsty clones of Order 66, willing to kill his own men and innocent Wookiees just to kill Jedi scum. If you're into sinister and unknown World War II topics, I encourage you to give our channel the chance to see the light of day. I've partnered with a fellow YouTuber to create a new niche history channel called The Front for your guys' enjoyment. We hope you enjoy and constructively critique our content as we're only just getting started. Anyways, as always guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.